I land on my hands like this and I land on my kneecap. So I fall on the ground, and then she jumps off the bus, and the next thing she does, she just throws herself on the ground. So I get up, y'all. I dust my kneecap off, and I'm looking at my cousin Big Worm. I'm just like, baby, you just threw me off the bus. Like, what are you?
Don't wait on it tonight, I wanna get nasty. Don't wait on it tonight, I wanna get nasty.
You seen the title of the video. Your girl is back again with another story time. If you to my channel, hey girl, hey. And if you're a returning subscriber, I don't even gotta say nothing, because you know what's up, I know what's up, we know what's up, and that's on wet. That's on period. And Mary had a little lamb. So as y'all can see by the title of the video, today I'm gonna be telling y'all the story time on how my school bus caught on fire. I'm not sure if I want to name it my school bus caught on fire or the school bus madness, because a whole lot went on this school bus, y'all. But we're gonna go ahead and get into it. But before we get to the story time, y'all, I do have to let y'all know about a product I've been using. It's called Grandma's Hands. It's a oil, y'all. It's a organic oil that promotes growth and strengthens your hair and just nourishes your scalp. I've currently been using this oil and I'm really loving it, y'all. One, I love it because it's black owned, and two, the CEO of this oil is a Christian, y'all. Every oil comes with a scripture. She literally prays over these oils before they mail it out. Like, who do you know? Like, who you know pray over your oils or any package that you get before it comes out? Like, your hair can't but, y'all, your hair can't but be blessed. Your hair can't but flourish. Your hair can't but growth, because she prays over the oils. So I do have a discount code for y'all. It is gonna be periods with a T at the end to get 15% off these oils. Make sure y'all go shop. I'm gonna leave everything linked down below. I'm gonna have the discount code link. I'm gonna have their website and their Instagram down below. This is not a sponsored product, y'all. Recently my edges have been, you know, struggling, probably because I was talking about somebody edges is who edges was I talking about? I don't remember, y'all. I was talking about somebody edges in the story time a few months ago, and now my edges are starting to struggle after I took out my faux log. So I've been using this oil. I will update y'all and let y'all know how my edges are doing. But yeah, make sure y'all shop, because y'all know summer is coming to an end and winter is natural growth season. So make sure y'all get y'all some oils so y'all can be ready for y'all wraps. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this story time. So y'all already know, in order for any of my story times to make sense, I have to give y'all a little backstory. So y'all, this happened I want to say my junior year. Yeah, this happened my junior year. I mentioned in a previous story time that I transferred high school. So at the beginning, I guess freshman year to sophomore year, I went to this school called Lake Weir, and then my junior year I transferred to this school called Westport, aka Sexport. Apparently all the promiscuous girls went to Westport, so they used to nickname it Sexport, because the school was just real, it was real out there, y'all. It was completely different from Westport, Lake Weir, and it was like 30 minutes apart. So fast forward, I transferred to this new school, and before I even moved to town, my mother had warned me about hanging out with town girls. They would call them town girls just simply because they was from town, and I was from an area called the Shores. So the Shores girls were like more sheltered in the house and just didn't know much about like street life and the outside life. Like, I was very sheltered as a child, y'all. I would never get on here and say that I was gang banging and thugging it out, y'all. No, my mother did not play that. My mother kept me in the house. I was very, very sheltered. Like, I would go outside and you would hear the birds chirping and blue skies. Like, I never really seen violence or drug transactions going on as a kid. Like, it wasn't easy for me to get into those type of things growing up, just simply because my mother kept me in the house and I was sheltered. But my mother she kind of grew up as a town girl, so she was warning me, y'all. She was like, Asia, we're gonna be moving to town, so when you get out to town, you can't treat these girls how you treat the Shores girls. Like, these girls are cut from a different cloth. Like, these are different type of girls. So that's what my mother was telling me. So when I moved to town, y'all, I'm living in this community, and you know, there's girls there. And I do want to mention, y'all, my cousins lived in this community already. So the only people I knew was, I had a girl and a guy cousin. We gonna call them Big Worm 1 and Big Worm 2. They were twins, y'all. They were my cousins. And then we're gonna call the girls that I met in this neighborhood, we're gonna call them Thing 1, Ugly 2, and Ugly 3, y'all. And later you gonna understand why I gave them those names. So boom, I'm new to the neighborhood, y'all, and you know, the girls are trying to why can I say befriend? The girls are trying to befriend me, y'all. They're speaking to me, I'm speaking back to them, but I'm just being very reserved. Like, I'm not being too friendly with the girls. Like, anytime I would come to the bus stop, they would be like, oh, I like your outfit, I like your shoes, like, what's your name? And I would just do small talk with them here and there. But after I would talk to them, y'all, I would say thank you, and I would kind of just keep it moving. I would like go back to the area with me and my cousins. I do want to mention, at my last school, I was a walker. The school was literally in my backyard. And then at Westport, aka Sexport, I was a bus rider, y'all. I used to ride the bus. So I'm at the school, and every day, like I said, I would walk to the bus stop. And when I would walk to the bus stop, thing 1, ugly 2, and ugly 3, they would see me and they would just, like, you know, they would speak to me, they'll compliment my outfits. And then eventually I started to notice that the girls kind of pulled back a little bit. It went from saying like, oh, hey Asia, your shoes are cute, to them looking me like up and down, like staring me up, down. I would walk by, sometimes they would, you know, snicker, they would laugh, they would, like, I don't know, y'all, I just remember the days, like, I could just feel them staring at me. Like, my skin would crawl. Like, I would be so nervous and I would feel so uncomfortable walking to the bus stop without my cousins, just because I always felt like these girls were like, I don't know, I just felt like they was looking at my scalp, they was looking at my outfit, they was like staring me up and down. Like, these girls could see through my soul how they were staring at me. And they would just try to do little stuff to irritate me. Like, I remember coming to the bus stop one day and I remember overhearing them just talking about me. They was doing it on purpose so they could hear me. Like, anytime my cousins wouldn't be there, they would try me extra hard just because they wanted to see if I was scary. But y'all, like I said, my mother told me how the town girls were, so I was already prepared for it. And I never been a insecure girl. I was always a confident girl. I never been the type of girl to be insecure or in competition or envious of another girl. And I think they knew that. Like, the type of attitude I exude was just like, you want me, your nigga want me, your daddy want me, and your mother want to be me. Like, that's the type of attitude that I had when I was in high school. And I was always like dressed up, y'all. I literally used to wear heels to school. I used to wear heels to school. I was one of those girls that used to get her hair done like every 2 days. Like, I knew how to do my own hair in high school, y'all. So I always got my hair done. And if you're not new to this channel, y'all remember those days. Like, if you go back and watch my earlier story times, every video Asia had a new wig, makeup beat, you know, face was done. Like, I was beat to the gods. I was really like that girl. But y'all, the older I get, I kind of just realize less is more. Not saying there's anything wrong with wearing makeup and stuff, because I know somebody commented on one of my videos and was like, oh, why you don't do makeup and hair as much? And it's like, I do, but the older I get, I just realize less is more. But at that time, y'all, I thought more was more. So like I said, I was like the it girl. I wore heels all the time. I had my hair done all the time. And I felt like just because I was always so well put together, the girls just thought that I was better than them, or they just thought that I was above them. And they would basically just pick on me and bully me because of it. So fast forward, probably like 3-4 months into the school year, the girls don't like me, I don't like them. Like, anytime we would see each other, we would like roll our eyes, they would laugh, I would do fake laughs back, like, what y'all looking at? It was just a whole lot of animosity between us, but we never had like an actual event happen or nothing happen. So fast forward, it's a regular smuggler day. Like I said, y'all, I was the girl that would wear heels to school. I was wearing heels to all 6 periods. Don't ask me why, y'all, but I just thought I was the girl. Like, I was the it girl. So this particular day, I'm on the bus, and like I said, me and my cousins, we sat all the way in the back of the bus because we didn't have seats, and that was honestly the only place that we could sit. So I sat in the second to the last seat. My cousin sat in the seat behind me, and then I think my other cousin, my guy cousin, he sat up beside me, but like across from me, y'all. So boom, this particular day, it's a normal day, y'all. I had my earbuds in my ear and I'm just sitting on the bus. And as I'm sitting on the bus, I hear like my cousin like yelling. She's yelling. She's like, Asia, the bus is smoking, the bus is smoking. And then like she like mushes me like in the head. And I turn around and I'm just like, what? And I take my earphones out and she's like, Asia, the bus is smoking, the bus is smoking. But y'all, she's talking so fast so I could barely understand her. She's just like, Asia, the bus is smoking, the bus is smoking. So I'm like, huh? And then I heard her, y'all, and I turn around and I see the bus is smoking from the outside on the back. So everybody is like chanting at the bus driver. Everybody's standing up. This is an overcrowded bus and we're all yelling, the bus is on fire, the bus is on fire, the bus is on fire. But y'all, the bus driver didn't hear us, because the bus driver just carries on driving. At this point, the bus is starting to smoke up. Like the back seat, the last two seats is starting to smoke up. I'm starting to cough really heavy. We're almost home. I'm probably like 3 minutes away from my stop, y'all, and the driver, she's still driving, and she's on the highway at this point, y'all, so that's probably why she didn't pull over. But at this time, all I know was the bus was still driving. And the more the bus started to smoke, y'all, kids started jumping out the windows. People started stepping over people. People started jumping seats. I had on heels, y'all. I ended up trying to take off one of my heels so I would prepare myself to run once we came to a stop. But y'all, when I bent over to take off the heel, somebody had stepped all over my head. So I'm on the bus with one heel in my hand and the other heel on my foot. So I'm like limping on my way off the bus. And then my cousin is behind me. People are pushing me like booty to booty. My boobs are probably up to my chest because I got somebody under me. It's just, y'all, it's chaotic. It's a whole lot of going on. So they yelling, the bus is on fire, the bus is on fire. I was too big to fit through a window, y'all. I wasn't petite. I was never petite in high school, so I probably couldn't even fit through a window. But I remember my brother jumping out of a window. I remember people just stepping over people, jumping the seats or whatever. It was just a whole lot going on. And I'm in the second to the last seat of the bus, y'all. So I'm trying to push through. My girl cousin Big Worm, she's pushing me, y'all. She's pushing me. We finally come to a stop. Halfway, the bus is like, it's probably, I'm in seat, I don't know how many seats a bus has, y'all, but if a bus has 40 seats on it, I'm in seat 38, and the smoke has reached seat like 25 now. So I'm going to the front, y'all. I'm going to the front, and I'm feeling like I'm making it, but at the same time I'm feeling like I can't breathe because the bus is like filling with smoke. And by this time, like, it's still hella kids on the bus. Like I told y'all, this is like an overpacked bus. So I'm pushing my way, y'all. I'm pushing my way to the front. Finally, y'all, I'm about to get on the step. The bus had like 3 to 4 steps. I'm about to hit that first step to get off the bus, and Big Worm pushes me from the back, y'all. Pushes you. Mine, y'all, I only have on one heel. So she pushes me. The first thing I do, I land on my hands like this, and I land on my kneecap. So I fall on the ground, and then she jumps off the bus, and the next thing she does, she just throws herself on the ground. So I get up, y'all. I dust my kneecap off, and I'm looking at my cousin Big Worm. I'm just like, baby, you just threw me off the bus. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? So people are, the bus driver is trying to get people off the bus. It's still people behind me that was on the bus that got trampled over, y'all. So I'm looking at whatever. I dust my legs off or whatever, and people are asking her, is she okay? And I'm like, are you okay, Andrea? And she's just like, yeah, I'm good, but oh, bitch, I thought we were gonna die. And I'm just like, girl, get up or whatever. So by this time, my guy cousin, he calls his mom. He's like, Mom,
the bus is on fire. Her, somebody kicked her and stomped her in the back. Somebody stomped her back off. She's hurt.
And I'm just looking like, I was right in front of y'all. I didn't see none of this happen, y'all, but I'm just like, okay. So they're saying somebody stumped her back in, and I'm waiting there for a little bit, y'all. The bus still is on fire. People's moms is coming out the houses, and they're hugging their kids, and they're just like, are you okay? They're crying, and it's just this big chaotic moment going on. And while all of this is going on, y'all, my head is kind of spinning, but at the same time, I'm just like, I need to go home. So my cousin Big Worm too, my guy cousin, he comes to me, and he was just like,
Asia, my mama said that you need to get on the ground. You need to get on the ground.
I'm like, what? He's like,
get on the ground.
I'm like, for what? Why do I need to get on the ground? She was like, well,
I'm about to call my mama back because my mama said that your mama said you need to get on the ground.
So y'all, the first thing I do as I'm walking home, because at this point, I just need to get out of this space. It's literally people's mothers outside. People are crying. The police is there at this point. You can hear the ambulance sirens going off. So I start walking towards my house, y'all, and I'm on the phone, and I call my mother, and before I can even say, Mom, the bus is on fire, the bus was on fire, my mother's like, get on the ground, get on the ground. And I'm like, Mom, I'm good, I'm okay. My mother's like, get on the ground. I'm like, Mommy, I'm good, I'm okay. She's like, no, get in the ambulance. So y'all, my mother is literally threatening me on the phone. And I don't know if y'all know, but your girl is undeniably black. So I have a blackity black mama, and she don't play, y'all. So my mother is screaming through the phone. So I walked back to the bus stop, even though I was halfway home, y'all. And I throw myself on the ground. And I'm on the phone with my mother, and I'm like, Mama, what do I do now? She was just like, how do you feel? Did you hit your head? What happened? What happened? And I'm just like, I don't know, Ma. I was sitting on the bus, and next thing you know, I hear Big Worm yelling that the bus is smoking, and I'm on the ground. So I was like, no, you need to get in the ambulance. You need to get on the ambulance. You need to get checked. Something could be wrong with you. Something be wrong. I'm just like, Mom, I feel fine. I have a little scrape on my kneecap. I'm okay. Meanwhile, y'all, my girl cousin Glock, I almost said her name, y'all. My girl cousin Big Worm, she is laid out on the ground. You would think that they needed to revive her. You would think that she just got in a car accident, because she is, y'all, stretched the hell out. They have her lifting her up on a stretcher. They're putting her in the stretcher. She's getting into the ambulance. At this time, I honestly was thinking like maybe my cousin was really hurt. I didn't see her get stumped out, but I'm just like, wow, all of this was just happening so fast. The ambulance leave. I'm on the phone with my mother, and my mother was like, Asia, get in the ambulance. And I'm like, no, Mommy, I'm fine. So y'all, I sit on the side of the curb, and my mother is like yelling through the phone. But this time, my cousin's mom, his mom is up there, and she's talking to me, and she's like, Asia, y'all know the lip thing the black mamas do. She's like, Asia, get in the ambulance. Get in the ambulance. But I don't know why I was so stubborn, y'all. So I'm sitting on the side, inside the ambulance, y'all. But he's checking my heartbeat. They looking at my kneecap. They scratching me. They just, they're running tests on me. They're checking me, y'all. They're making sure I'm good. I'm telling them I feel fine. And they're like, all right, we're still going to take you to the hospital just so you can get checked. So I go to the hospital, y'all. My mother is getting off work. She's on her way up there to the hospital. Once I get to the hospital, I see the nurse, and she's just questioning me. She's checking my temperature, just making sure I'm okay. She's asking me what happened. And I'm just like, I don't know. I was sitting on the bus out of nowhere. I looked up, my cousin hit me, and she was like, Asia, the bus is smoking. And I just remember getting pushed off the bus by my cousin, y'all. That's what I told the nurse. And she's just like, okay, I'm gonna need you to write this down in a statement. So I write a statement, and my cousin is at the same exact hospital that I am. Later, my mom comes in the room, and she's like, are you okay? Like, you good? I'm like, yes, Mama, I'm good. And she's like, no, you're not. You're not good. You're not good. I'm like, Mom, I'm fine. I'm good. And she's like, no, you're not good. By this time, y'all, she's already on the phone with people. She's contacting an attorney because we're suing the school board, y'all. So I'm just sitting in the hospital, and by this point, like I said, y'all, a little naive. I knew what was going on once my mother was pressuring me to get in the ambulance, but I was still kind of out of it. I didn't really know what was going to happen, but once I heard her talking to attorneys and people was contacting her, they were emailing, and it was just a whole lot of going on. So after that, the doctor writes me a prescription. I don't know what she prescribed me, but she basically said I had a sprung kneecap, because that's what I fell on. I fell on my kneecap. She writes me what is it called, y'all? Not a prescription, but she writes me basically a referral to go see a chiropractor. So that happens, and I think like maybe a week later, I couldn't go to school for like a week, y'all. My cousin was still in the hospital. They actually had her neck in a brace. Her neck was in a brace, and I think she had something else holding her back up for her spine. And to me, y'all, I didn't think anything was wrong with my cousin, because I didn't see any of this happen. And like at this point, I knew it was going down. So boom, fast forward, I don't go to school for like a few days. I go see the chiropractor. The chiropractor confirms that my knee is sprung, and now I'm in therapy now, y'all. So I think like that following day, I go to this law firm with my mother, and we're basically suing the school board, y'all. And I'm filling out all of this paperwork. We're signing stuff. They're going over stuff. He's telling me that I would have to go see a chiropractor this many times a week. I won't be able to do sports, and all of this stuff is going on. They're telling us the ins and outs of a lawsuit, that there's going to be people checking up on you, people watching you and making sure you're good. Let me go back, y'all. I forgot to mention, the whole time while we was dealing with the ambulance, while all of this is going on, Thing 1, Ugly 2, and Ugly 3 was like watching us the entire time. So they was watching us, and they started this rumor that week that we weren't at school. They started a rumor, and they was just like,
oh, Asia and her ugly cousin Big Worm, they broke and they're faking and nothing not wrong with them. They just want money from the school board.
And while all of this was going on, we was just thinking like, baby, you should have been laid out in the stretcher, and you should have been suing the school board the way you look. Like, you need the money more than me, boo-boo. But okay. So they were starting this rumor. I didn't know this at the time, y'all, but they were starting this whole rumor as like when I was going through my chiropractor and I'm out and I'm at home, they were spreading this big rumor, y'all. So finally, when I get back to school, the chiropractor, he puts a brace on my leg. I'm on crutches, y'all, and I felt fine, but like I said, my mother was going through with a lawsuit, so you know they had to prepare me for all of this. So I'm on crutches, y'all, around school, and everybody is just like looking at me. They're talking about me, and I really didn't know what was going on, but I figured that the girls were starting this rumor, and they was like, oh,
Asia this, Asia that, nothing's wrong with her. She didn't fall on her knee. She's okay.
Blah, 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 blah. And I'm just defending myself every day. I'm just like, oh yeah, I feel fine. I'm feeling good, but I'm in the middle of a lawsuit with the school board, so I can't say too much, y'all. And the lawsuit is good and over with now. That been ended like years ago, so I can speak on the situation, y'all, for the ones that are wondering. So boom, so I'm at the school and all the kids are like looking at me. I'm getting bullied about this whole situation. My mother is telling me I can't like do much at school. I have to watch the way I move. I have to watch the way I talk. Blah 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 blah, y'all. There's secret agencies coming to the school. What is it called? Not detectives, I guess. Yeah, detectives were coming to the school. They were coming to get statements from us. They were like private investigators coming to the school. They were like watching us to see how we were moving throughout school. I think I only wore the crutches for like 2 days because I didn't need it, y'all. I could walk. My kneecap was a little sore, but for the most part, y'all, I was okay. But I had to play my part. So y'all, eventually I'm wearing this brace around the school, and you know, I'm playing my part, y'all. I'm playing my role. My cousin gets out the hospital. I think for like the first day, she was actually around the school wheeling in a wheelchair, and she was okay, but she just said that she felt a lot of pain. And my auntie, which is her mother, she was just saying like people they get in accidents all the time and they feel okay, and then like months later their body just goes into shock and their body breaks down. So we're gonna get compensated now. That's the whole mindset my aunt and my mom was going through at this time, y'all. So boom, we're at the school one day, and for some reason, I don't remember who came up to me, y'all, but a random girl came up to me, and she was just like,
Thing 1 and Thing 2, they want to fight you after school.
Mind you, this is probably 2 weeks after the situation with the bus catching on fire happens. I'm literally in a knee brace, y'all, and they're like, yeah, she said she want to fight you after school. And I'm just like, what? And she's like, yeah.
Thing 1 and Thing 2 said they want to see you after school because you think you all of that, and we heard you was talking smack.
Nobody told them I was talking smack, y'all. They literally was just mad, and they was angry that we were going through with this lawsuit. And like I said, they was hating on me, and they was envious from the beginning that I wouldn't befriend them. But this was like the worst thing that happened, because at this point, I'm not even gonna lie, I really did want to pop up on them, just simply because they was starting a whole bunch of mess when I wasn't at the school. Everything they were saying was getting back to me, but I knew I had to play my role, y'all. And I was deep into the lawsuit. I was going to chiropractors 3-4 times a week, 2 hours a day. Like it was a lot, y'all. And I had to play my role, and I'm literally in a knee brace. People were coming to the school watching me. Like I couldn't play sports my junior year. I couldn't do any extracurricular activities, y'all. I could not do it because the situation with the lawsuit. So boom, fast forward to after school. We were still riding the bus at this time, but I think, let me think. No, I'm lying. After the situation with that, because my cousin was in a wheelchair, my guy cousin started driving his mom's car. He started driving us back to school. So that was another reason for them to be hating on us, y'all, because they was taking the bus and we were taking to school. So they felt like I thought that I was better than them, but really they just thought that I was better than them because I never gave them a reason to think that I was better than them because I didn't know them, y'all. So boom, fast forward to the same day that the girl randomly came up to me and was like, Asia, Thing 1 and Ugly 2 want to see you after school. They want to fight you after school. That happens, y'all. Boom, fast forward, y'all. to after school. My guy cousin thing too. He's okay. He's okay. He's fine. He's driving us, and he drops me off in front of the apartment, y'all. And when I get out of the car, the girls thing 1, ugly 2, and ugly 3, they're basically trying to ambush me, y'all. I'm literally I have a knee brace on my leg, so I can't bend my right leg. I can't bend my leg. So they're trying to like run up on me. My cousin is there. I also have a little cousin, y'all. I have a little cousin. She probably was like, she was in middle school at this time, so she probably was like 13, 12 years old at this time, and we're juniors in high school, y'all. So the girls are about to run up on me. So at this point, I'm bending down, and I'm taking my knee out of the brace because it's just like, I'm not about to go outside. Like, I know I have an image to uphold because all of this stuff is going on, but baby, I'm not about to go outside, y'all. So I go ahead and I'm bending over to take my brace off, and the girls are literally like running up on me. Like, they don't have their setup yet, but when it's time to fight, y'all, I don't let people get too close to me. I'm not gonna let you run up on me. I'm not about to sit. No, I like to be the person to hit first. I'm not about to let you get the first hit and then I'm like, what happened? No, baby, I'm with the shits. So y'all, I'm taking my brace off or whatever, and as I'm bending down, my little cousin comes from outside, because like I said, we all live in the same community, y'all. She comes from outside, she's running, she's a hothead, and then boom, she beats the girl up. And mind you, my little cousin is like 12 years old. My other cousin, Big Worm, she can't do nothing because, you know, the situation with her, but she's already out of character, y'all. She's ready to fight, she's running up, and at the same time, my guy cousin is there, him and the other guy fight. So it's really just a big brawl, and all of this happened just simply because the girls wanted to get me out of character and prove that nothing was wrong with me, y'all. Which I was thinking nothing was wrong with me either. Later I did have like neck pain, but for the most part, nothing was wrong with me, y'all. So boom, my little cousin, y'all, I'm home alone and I can swear I just heard something. Whew, Lord. But y'all, my little cousin beats her up. She beats her up against a car. They end up calling the police. That was that. And I think somebody recorded it, so this video was going all around school, and that was pretty much the situation with that. Fast forward probably like 2 months after the situation, because I had to be in a knee brace, and I think I was in a knee brace for like 4 months out of the school year, y'all. It was a whole lot. It was a whole lot of going to the attorney's office. It was a whole lot of paperwork. It was a whole lot of doctor's office and seeing a lot of specialists. It was just a whole lot of 4 months later, the lawsuit ended. I got paid, and yeah, that's pretty much the story time on how my school was caught on fire and how thing 1 and ugly 2 tried to make the situation worse than what it was. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Peace. And if I was blinking a lot in this video, y'all, it's simply because my lights are entirely too bright, but I didn't want to turn them down, and it gave off a different setting because I didn't realize it until like 15-20 minutes. Well, the video's only 20 minutes. I didn't realize it until like 5 minutes into the video, y'all. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Peace. Mwah.